Hello there and welcome to the Mom's Village Show. We're so excited to have you with us. This is a show that's all about relevant conversations for moms. Now today is particularly important. It's about education, the choices you make, about the kindergarten that your children go to, and we'll also be exploring something new, which we'll tell you about in a bit. Please use the hashtag Mom's Village Show to engage us or comment right here. I'm Janet Bogwandisho. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm one of your co-hosts today.
And I'm the other co-host, Isis Nyong'o, founder of Mom's Village. I'm really excited and passionate about education, so much so that we have a whole segment on the Mom's Village website called Little Green Chair. And we have kindergarten listings across Nairobi. We have lots of early education content. So be sure to check out momsvillage.com, Little Green Chair section, because that's, a lot of what the content that we are going to talk to today with our guests. We have Carolyne and Sigrid. Caroline's a homeschooling mom. Really interesting to hear about her life and journey around that. And Sigrid is both a mom and a kindergarten teacher here in Nairobi. So very excited to get into the conversation.
Yeah, and speaking of education, I can't believe it's already back to school. Not that I would know. I'm sure the three of you have amazing, sort of like you're trying to think about back to school etc. And Isis, you just came back from holiday? I
just came back from holiday, family in the States. So took my two toddlers, long trip to the US and back. And it was amazing. Like they hadn't really been there, hadn't really met a lot of their extended family.
Okay. And for Sigrid and Carolyne, I'm curious about, engaging your children during the holidays, because a lot of parents struggle with that. You hear, oh my gosh, it's holidays are coming in. How do you keep them engaged and then prepare them into the back to school process? Maybe you can share your thoughts on that.
Well, in our house, we just actually chill out. We don't get we don't get too worked up about it, and I let my children relax. But then we also do things like we go out and see animals. We go to Savo or wherever it is, because I like my children to get that kind of an education.
Okay.
When they're on holiday, not books.
Okay, It must be very different for you, Carolyne.
Yeah, because school is home and home is school. But we also get to clear the tables and decide this is holiday. So just like how we go out, we plan out outings, visitings, and connecting with family, the extended family. Yeah. But also a lot of home entertainment and art. My daughter is especially interested in coloring, so we do a lot of art projects and do-it-yourself projects. Yeah.
Okay. And I just wonder how preparing again now in terms of going back to school works for both systems. Just preparing them to be into that mode of going back to school and transitioning them to that as well. You've talked about the holidays. Now you're trying to prepare them for the next step. How does that work for you, and how is it different for you as well?
Well, okay, maybe a week or two prior to opening, I may ask my child to, just have a look through some of the things that he learned, just to remind him. But nothing too strenuous. And I ask him to just think about maybe some of the things that he wants to achieve in the next term.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I think for me, my daughter, her highlight would be shopping for stationery. She's into going to buy all art projects, stationery. So I think that's how we get to prepare for. Now we know we are opening school. Yeah. Because we've gone shopping and we bought all these.
Okay.
And you didn't have to get a uniform.
Nice one. I know you had something to ask, I think, just in terms of selection of schools. Isis, I don't know whether you want to.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think one of the key questions that every parent thinks about is what do you start thinking about in terms of picking a school? I mean, we'll get into homeschooling much more deeply in the next section, but just a couple tips of you're so experienced as a teacher and a mom. Yeah. What would you?
Well, I think most importantly, you need to look at is the school going to cover all areas for your child? Education, physical activity, social interaction, good experiences, different experiences. Are the teachers are they excited about teaching? Because you have some teachers who just teach out of, it's a convenient thing to do, and then there are those who actually really love it, and you can always tell a teacher like that. Yeah.
Is there any way we need to be preparing children better, seeing that everything is changing, everything is becoming so progressive? Any tip on how to prepare children in terms of the education and kind of education they get as they go into school?
Definitely you need to be reading with your children. That is such an important thing.
Every day. Yeah.
Every day. You need to be, your child needs to be surrounded by books and words, and not just textbooks telling them how to do something, but enjoyment.
Okay.
Lots of, especially for the little ones, picture books and lots of color, and, that you can discuss with, and you don't just give your child the book, but sit with them and
engage them. I can't wait to hear more about what Carolyne has to say. We're going to go into a short break, into our life hacks, and we'd love to hear from you about whatever life hacks you have as a mom. You can comment here, or even life whacks. Maybe it didn't work. Was it whack or was it a hack? Exactly. So please share those with us. We'll be right back after this.
Clear nail polish is every lady's must-have item in her nail set. The best part about it is how well it comes in handy. Here are some great ideas. Tighten loose screws on cabinets by brushing clear nail polish along the screw threads. Insert the screw and let it dry before using it again. Polish also keeps the screws from rusting. To protect your costume jewelry from rust, apply a layer of clear nail polish on the jewelry and leave it to dry. Did your envelope adhesive become weak? Brush clear nail polish on the underside of the envelope flap to seal it right and tight.
Wow, this was really cool. That was our life hack segment with nail polish hack. All of us have nail polish of some sort at home. I love that. These things that you don't have to rely, I'm sorry, on my husband to fix. I was like, yes, this is something. And just fun stuff for kids to, doing the envelope sticking, just think about you don't have to always get the glue stick or something. Yeah.
Who would have thought
Especially
about
your daughter being so artistic.
Oh, she loves that. She'd love that.
Yeah, that's great. So we... one of the things that I'd love to, maybe better understand from you, Sigrid, is in what you're seeing in schools today in terms of what, how parents level of involvement, what's good, what's too much, or, just some thoughts around that, and as a teacher in the kindergarten today.
Definitely, you need to look at a school that is providing things like, okay, for example, if it's science, let it not just be the textbook. Let the children go out and into the field and do all sorts of things and do a lot of practical work. A lot of teachers are from the era where there's no tech knowledge, basically. And a lot of these children are born in this area, in this era. And so I feel that the teachers need to be trained to be able to cope with this kind of new trend.
And do you see a disconnect between the parents and their children? Do you get the sense that maybe parents leave too much to teachers to do? How involved should parents be with their children who are going to school?
Well, I feel that it's a two-way thing. Parents are, I feel, actually over the years are doing less and less in terms of the role that they need to play. I was saying about the potty training before school.
They leave it to the teachers.
And I was just saying, it would be really great if things like that were done at home with the nanny and the mom, because then it gives the teacher more teaching time and more time to really focus on your child.
That's important.
That's a big mindset shift
That's a huge
for many moms.
I know. I think some moms are seeing this as a wake-up call. And so for Carolyne, why homeschool? Why did you choose homeschool?
Well, we got this was informed by the fact that we wanted something that is so specific to our children, something that is tailor-made for them, and something that will help them be the kind of child that we're seeing, in our vision for parenting. So we figured that the 844 system, as it was, could not be able to nurture their talent as we wanted it nurtured, or even deal with some character issues that are quite hidden, or even ground them spiritually as we would have wanted. So we decided to homeschool and be able to offer that.
Okay, so it's your 9-year-old daughter who's currently being homeschooled. Was she previously in a regular school?
Yes.
What kind of pros and cons are you seeing in terms of the transitioning into homeschool? How are you seeing it helping her, building her?
Okay, she started off in kindergarten. She was in a good one and she loved it. Of course, she misses friends and would like to hang out more with friends, her age mates and all that, during the day, break times and all that. So that is one of the transitions we have come to, try to adjust to that. But also there is the fact that we're able to mentor her. We're able to cultivate her passions. We could not have had the opportunity to go shoot a show if she was still in regular school. So bringing that out is really helpful. She's very passionate about some things. She's made some things that are beautiful, and that should not have really gotten as much time to do it. And just having a global mindset, because now with our curriculum, we don't limit ourselves. We go all out, we involve tech and internet and all that. So those are some of the things that we are coming into, but she's really, really enjoying that.
What's a typical day in the life of a homeschool? Because I think it's so mysterious to all of us. You're in your pajamas, I don't know what, but so if you tell us. Yeah.
Okay, we actually have to take our discipline to a higher level, because you can just wake up and feel all draggy. So we actually have a timetable. We set, like I wake up at 5 or 6, she wakes up at 7. So by 8 o'clock, we're in class. So it flows from 8, we do our morning devotion, then we do class until about 11 to 12, we go on a break, at which time we can go out and play even with a toddler, come back, do 1 more hour, go for lunch, and then now we do a class until 3. Then now from there, she's free. She's free to watch TV, of which we only have TV like 3 times a day, because it can be very, a week, 3 times a week, it can be very tempting.
Does that mean you have to train as a parent? Do you have to kind of internalize these materials, train as a teacher, or what does it entail to be a mom or a parent who teaches their child? What does that look like?
Yeah, with the systems that we were using before, it's called the ACE, you actually go for a 2-week training. They train you. They give you the hands-on on how to manage the day and the paces and the classes. But now, with that training, it helps even with what we're doing, because we moved on from that, because again, it is American. So it was bringing more of Texas and nothing of Turkana. So we wanted her, we want them to also know Kenya, Africa. So now we've borrowed from different systems, and of course with 844, to bring it home.
Sigrid, do you think it meets any gaps that are not there in the regular education system? What are your thoughts on whether other systems need to kind of catch up to what homeschooling offers?
Yeah, it sounds great, because it sounds like she will get enough time for every single thing that she needs to do. I find that in kindergarten we are limited with time. We have to make sure that we meet a curriculum within a very short day, because we have to fit in as well. We have to fit in PE and swimming and all those things, which are very, very important. But I feel that there you definitely have a strong point in your idea.
And one other thing that I was kind of curious about is the kind of special needs children, and just from maybe any tips you have with moms who have special needs children, and how they might seek out either if you've seen stuff from homeschooling, but also from how to find the right fit, because there might be more individual attention.
We've had a few special needs children in our school. It can be quite challenging, but it's also, one thing I've noticed is that the child develops very well socially when they're integrated into a school that is just normal. So but I think also it depends on the level of special needs with the child. So this would also be a very, very good idea, homeschooling the child.
So and you intend to homeschool all the way, or does it, because you've got I think a son who's in a regular school, a daughter. For her, do you intend to go all the way high school homeschooling?
We actually intend to do so, as long as she remains comfortable with it, because we don't want to force her into something that she's not interested in. So at whatever time she decides she'd like to join regular school, we'll just look for an exam and but that our vision is to take her all the way to high school, and then now set her free to join college. I know we were talking a little concerned about the socialization. You might have touched on it a bit, and maybe moms watching are thinking, but aren't they closed off
from getting to know how to integrate into society, into the community. How do you ensure that that's something that's consistent, so that once they're in high school or college, they're able to socialize well?
To socialize. Okay, one of the things about socialization is that as long as we are in the house, they learn to socialize with grown-ups at that level. So it's very easy for them to socialize with grown-ups. Even when we come here, she won't be shy, she'll be confident and all that. But we also make sure that she's also socializing with her age mates. So we come together as homeschoolers. We have activities together, we have play, we have trips, we have swimming activities, just to make sure. And then even in the evening when they come, their friends come from school, they actually come and pick her up from the house. Between 4 and 5, they get to play. Saturday, they play, they are all, like they'll never play again.
So you have to be intentional about it. Interesting. So I think there's just so many questions around the homeschooling issue, and the fact that it's growing, I think, is a good indication of maybe just people being more open-minded. And maybe even fee structures are a bit challenging for a lot of moms. That could be.
And then technology makes it easier to access the materials, so you can bring this blended approach, which I really like. Together. One of the things that we're actually going to go in to watch a really amazing video about a school called Nova Pioneer, which is a new school in Kenya that is also really trying to bring out really the learning, building for the future and building leadership skills and really bringing that driving the passion for learning, and I think that that's something that for lifelong learning and all of that. So I'm excited to see what you guys think of this as we take a look at Nova. So let's do that.
Okay.
Welcome to Nova Pioneer.
At Nova Pioneer, our academic approach focuses on developing innovators and leaders. We do this through inquiry-based classrooms that focus on student engagement, student voice, and student participation.
You think it's just gonna make a big explosion?
Yeah. No.
You think so too?
Like a volcano.
Like a volcano?
When Nova Pioneer started, it started with a team that had a dream to do education differently in Kenya.
We use the national curriculum as well as best practices from all around the world to support our students in developing innovation and leadership.
During innovation times at school, they teach us programming and how to come up with ideas and problem-solving techniques and data collection methods, which is where a group of friends and I came up with Bust a Nerve, which is an educational video game designed to help students revise at home in a fun, easy way.
Nova Pioneer has prepared us, the educators, in very many different ways for us to be able to deliver engaging lessons in class. And just one of the ways that Nova Pioneer has prepared us is a 6-week training session before you can step into the classroom. This personally has taken me a long way for me to be able to deliver lessons in class.
A core component to our model is our culture principles.
We have 6 culture principles. My personal favorite is always growing. So I was once a person who sits at the back of the class and just let those people do it. But now I express myself and I learn to speak out when I need to.
How Nova Pioneer has helped me grow is that it has taught me the essence of a community and belonging to a community, something that is like a big family.
For me, Nova is actually offering my daughter all that she's looking for in education. She's loving the education system. She looks forward to learning as opposed to just looking forward to passing through the system. And that is one of the reasons I looked out for Nova.
Nova Pioneer is at the forefront of thinking about education differently. It's a place where your child has the opportunity to develop the kinds of skills that will make them successful in a rapidly changing world.
At Nova Pioneer, we don't teach our students to pass an exam. We teach our students how to face life.
Wow, that was great. I mean, this is what we're excited about showing is the innovation that's happening in Kenya for an 844 system school. Nova Pioneer is opening a pre-primary and primary, so definitely click on the link below to apply, get more information, find them online, inbox us for more information. But I'd love to hear what you guys, think of this.
Off the bat, I'm like, that is the future I'm looking for. As an educator, for you, that it must be really exciting to see that this is where it's going,
It is.
right?
It's very exciting. But again, the teachers need to be well trained with using smart screens and all those kind of things, and teaching such wonderful curriculum. Yeah.
Okay. What about for you?
I love the place. It's a beautiful environment for learning. I think if I was a kid, I would look forward to go there.
Yeah.
I think it's where we are headed. I think they have gotten there before the rest of the country. And I mean, the name says that they are pioneers.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
I think so. I think for me, the exciting thing is being able to raise a generation of confident and tech-savvy children, because that we can't escape that. That's the future where we're going. And sometimes you feel like the education system has, and I don't, the word fail is really big, but you get the sense that those who've gone through it, maybe they're in their 20s or so, they're not able to maybe express themselves as well. And then their choice of career is so limited because of what they were taught. So that's encouraging to see, explore the world. You saw the teachers sort of joking with them about, oh, it's going to explode, just making it fun. So it's encouraging to see that that's where we're going. I think as a parent, I'm very excited that that's the future.
And the thing that really resonated with the mom who said her daughter loves like going for learning and not to get passed through a system, and that is a huge mindset shift, I think, for especially within the 844 system. So I think that's fantastic.
I like what the other ladies said. They don't teach kids how to pass exams, but how to face life. I think that's what we need. And I like that they've already started, and maybe soon we're going to start seeing such leaders emerging from such a school.
Is that part of what inspires you to homeschool, in the sense that there's something about being able to drive that confidence level at a very intimate level? Are you excited about the future that your daughter has in terms of even leadership and being innovative?
Totally. She's already a leader in her own right. I mean, she gets to start all kinds of projects on her own. And I mean, leadership is one of the things. Actually, our school is called Borderless Education Leadership Trust. So leadership is core for us. And with the world that we are going into, she needs to be a leader, because you might be led in all different kinds of directions.
Yeah, that's true. You need to be.
You need to secure that.
And I think if anyone is interested in homeschooling, please be sure to inbox us. We'll be able to hopefully link you with Caroline. If that's something that you're willing to explore, then please go ahead and do that. I think, I'm sure there's a few moms who it's click there, imagine thinking that that's something that they could do. So that's really great. Yeah. Okay. And for you, as we just sort of begin to wind up, is there anything that concerns you about the education system? We're seeing 844 it's going to transition. A lot of good and bad has been said about 844 in the past. And so for you, what are you nervous about with regards to the new system, and what are you happy about? What are you looking forward to?
Well, it's exciting that everyone will get an opportunity to get, this new way of learning. But what is worrisome is the teachers who are not even really excited about teaching. Maybe they will just say, that's just for these new things, I hope that all teachers will take it on in an excellent way, and they will implement this very well.
Right. Yeah, so it goes back to what we're saying about training the teachers and them being passionate about this new system, because I think it holds a lot of potential. And I think that's also a concern I've had is, I hope it'll be embraced in a great way and that it will change the way
the other concern I have is the rural schools. Are they also going to be able to keep up with this? There's lots of challenges in terms of power, in terms of resources, and all those kind of things.
But power's been an issue that's been fixed, actually, for most schools now. So that's been a big shift in the last couple of years. So that does set up the possibility now, finally, for for more inclusive from a technology perspective.
Exactly. But on top of that, we just really want to thank the two of you for sharing your thoughts and insights. You know, Sigrid, for your thoughts on, you've been an educator for a long time, so thank you for sharing that with us. And for you, Caroline, I think maybe a lot of people now may see that as an option. And so thank you for sharing your thoughts. And
I learned so much about homeschooling and also just things from the teacher's perspective. I really appreciate it.
Right. And of course, as always, thank you for watching the Moms Village Show. Continue to engage us. Use the hashtag Moms Village Show. We're looking forward to our next segment after this, Isis, right?
Yes, we have our favorite Watch to Win. So I'm sure you guys are all engaging to participate, but stick around for the great giveaway, both from Pampers and a great bag from Moms Village. So
yeah,
stay tuned.
Thank you for watching. Have a good one. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.